Shout out to Heavy Bag Boxing. It's the one and only Blair the Flair. Woo!
You too. Crazy word.
You can't treat him like any of the other niggas around here because he ain't like any of the other niggas around here. You got it?
That's a fact, Jack. Talk to me nice. What up, YouTube? Big T, Heavy Bag TV. Man, if you don't get your goofy ass in here and hit the bag. All right, man. A bit of a breaking news. Shakur Stevenson looks like he has split with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom.
What the hell did you just say?
But why? What the hell done happened, right? Shakur Stevenson just got with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. It was reported that it was a 2-fight deal. He got away from Top Rank. This getting with Eddie Hearn positions him a little bit closer, opens up the door with Turki Al-Sheikh. He's delivered the Zepeda fight. He actually had delivered the Schofield fight for Shakur Stevenson. And now there's a Zepeda fight. So it seemed like Shakur was getting everything that he wanted. Nice payday for the Floyd Schofield or Padley fight now. And it was some reports that it was an issue with maybe the payday for the Zepeda fight, which Shakur had to retract his statement and apologize to Turk for, I guess, some type of misunderstanding. And now that raises a red flag for me because maybe that wasn't a Turki Al-Sheikh thing, right? He could have been lashing out at the wrong person. It very well could have been Eddie Hearn. Now, I'm just pawing and scratching at my head like, what happened? It seemed like this was going to be a decent fit for Shakur Stevenson moving further. But quick, let me read the announcement from Dan Raphael, of course, Boxing Insider. Says this: in reporting on July 12th's card with Shakur and Zepeda, source with knowledge of specifics told me that Shakur split from Matchroom. James Prince, which is his manager, has hired Lou DiBella as his promoter for the event to handle things on their behalf. All right, so he's hired James Prince, Lou DiBella, for this particular event. Doesn't mean Lou DiBella is going to be his promoter moving forward, but it is being reported that he has split from Matchroom and Eddie Hearn. And I can't help but think about that whole situation with Turki Al-Sheikh, where Shakur came out basically blasting Turki Al-Sheikh because it appeared that he went back on his word for the money that he was going to make for the Zepeda fight. Then he comes out and apologizes to Turk, saying, hey, it was a misunderstanding. And to me, I felt like Turk fixed that situation. All right, I promise you this, you're going to get this. But Eddie Hearn is the promoter, right? He doesn't have a 2-fight deal with Turki Al-Sheikh. He's got a 2-fight deal with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. And more than likely, Turki Al-Sheikh isn't paying these guys directly. More than likely, Shakur Stevenson's paycheck has Matchroom on it somewhere, right? So that money's getting funneled. And this is just me. This is a conspiracy theory. I'm not saying that what I'm saying is true, so don't take what I'm saying and run with it. But I think Eddie Hearn could have been taking a little bit more off the top and saying, hey, Shakur, this is what you'll be getting paid for a Zepeda fight, because Eddie Hearn has to touch that money first. Again, Shakur is not signed to Turki Al-Sheikh. He's signed to Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. Eddie Hearn could very well have been taking a little bit more off the top than what he's supposed to. And that rubbed Shakur Stevenson the wrong way once he reached out to Turki Al-Sheikh, and Turk was like, yo, he probably was like, yo, I gave Eddie the money. That shit's between you and Eddie at that point. And it reminds me of the Samson Lukowicz situation recently with, of course, Edwin De Los Santos, where it was reported that he was getting $400,000, but according to De Los Santos, he was only going to make a little over $200,000. And then once that was brought to light, the rest of the money magically appeared once fingers start getting pointed at Samson Lukowicz. Listen, man, with these promoters and these managers, you know what I'm saying, who get to touch the money first, you just don't know when business is getting done how much that they're trying to keep. And again, this is just a conspiracy theory, but my thing is, you're with Eddie Hearn. He delivers who you said you wanted. I thought the Floyd Schofield was a great fight for his career. Unfortunately, what happened, and now to pay the fight. These are two really good fights that Matchroom delivered. I just don't see where bad business was done on Eddie's part, unless it was some underhanded bullshit. And Shakur caught it, and he was like, "Oh no!" Now, again, a 2-fight deal reported. Now, because the Zepeda fight is set in stone, I don't know if that ends the contract, because now that the fight is done, it's locked in, that's going to happen. Now Shakur can move on, or if there was some type of breaching contract where Eddie Hearn is guilty of breaching the contract, so Shakur can just straight dump him and there's no repercussions. He can just move on. I don't know. All speculation, but what we do know is it's being reported that he's gone from Matchroom. Now, will he stay with Lou DiBella? Don't know. I know a lot of people saying, why Lou DiBella? Listen, dude's been around forever, ton of experience, influence in the game, and you can do a lot worse than Lou DiBella at the end of the day. All right, definitely want to know y'all's thoughts, man. Let me know in the comment section. That's all I got for y'all on this one. Big CO Heavy Bag. I am out of here. Talk to him, Roger.
Most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing.